I thought we battled through it. Their big guys are very good. They do a great job of getting the ball inside, and, we just are not able to defend the inside this year. We've got 6-8 days of 2 games and some practices to try to get better down in there, but we got a little active at the end there. I had this cheer trying to get somebody to make some noise. It's sad, sickening really, to see that we can't get some help here when we desperately need it, and it picked up our defense just enough that we got a couple deflections and made a couple plays out of it. But we have to have some help there. That's the whole purpose of playing at home. And I'm a little too old to be trying to be a cheerleader here. But we're going to have games where we don't make some shots that I think we can, but we made enough tonight. But our interior defense is it's got to be better. They're really good. Those 2 big guys they got are real good, real strong. They made a great effort to get the ball inside to those guys. But when you do that, it's also hard then to all of a sudden make a 3 too. So they made 4, they really made 3, and they had a prayer from half court, which those things start to happen to you, you start to worry a little bit. But we reacted good. We went right down and attacked and scored, which is good. We haven't been in too many close games. We made a couple good plays down the stretch, but we made a couple that we can't make. But again, every game's going to be a fight for us, every game. There's not going to be anything easy. We just got to keep working. I thought Jesse did some good things in there. He got overpowered a couple times, but I thought he did a couple good things. And I thought Quincy got to the basket. He made a couple good plays, but he's got a rebound out there for us. He's got to go get the rebound out there, but I thought he did some positive things. Him and Marek, I don't know what it takes sometimes for people to understand something. They're shooting 10% or less from the three-point line. When do you finally get into your head that I'm not going to take these anymore? Well, they both have it in their head now. We cannot take threes at that position. We just don't. If you don't make them, it's just not. You have to play smart basketball when you're not. We're obviously not a great team. So we don't need somebody shooting 3 who has proved that he can't make them. And the other thing is interesting, when you're that wide open, you can dribble the ball to a guy that can shoot the 3, and there's no one there to help. So now you get a guy that's shooting close to 40% from 3, a 3, which is what we have done. I don't know where we were today, but we've got to be a lot smarter if we're going to get beat inside. We got to be smarter and make up for it in other areas. Our turnovers were good, 7 today. That's a 9 difference, so that makes up for the 5 rebounding differential. But Elijah's playing good. We've got to find a way for him and Buddy to try to get to the foul line a little bit. We're not getting there. We're settling, and we need to get to the foul line a little bit more there. But that's something we can work on. But we got a couple days. North Florida is really one of the best three-point shooting teams in the country coming in, and they just made a bunch of threes against a very good man-to-man defensive team. So we got our hands full Saturday, and these games will help us get better. All right?
Jim, just in terms of guarding on the inside, did you try to trap on the short corner a little bit, and then they try to
I don't know if even when we trap them, we can't trap them. We trapped them, and he just shrugged us off and went in.
So what other kinds of things are you thinking about trying to get going in there so that you could cover that area a little bit better?
Well, put 40 pounds on Barama or on Jesse. That'd be the only way. We are covering it better, but it's not good enough. But when a team takes that much effort to get it in there, if we'd had a better offensive game, it wouldn't have been as big a problem. We had wide open shots to start the game. We missed 5 straight to start the game, and we got to score. And they're taking so much time to get in there, and they're going to get it in there. You can't keep it from getting in there unless you put 5 guys back there. And they have guys that can shoot if they have time. So you can't get everybody back in there. And then they're going to make it some three. Then they're going to hurt you. If you're just getting it there and you're not getting threes, if our offense had been a little better, we'd have been okay. But our offense, we can't. We had wide open shots. We got to make. Second half, they did a good job on Buddy. They just stayed with him, but that's why Joe and Elijah and Marek could get in the lane because they're just playing one guy over there. And now you got all those lanes to get into, and we've got to be able to do that. Got to be able to do that. They're a pretty good team. They're solid. They know what they're doing. Physical, tough guys, and they're a team that can hurt us inside. We've seen a lot of big guys that are pretty good, and those two guys are good, just like the last game. I mean, we have trouble with those guys, and we're always going to have trouble with those guys, period. We got to find a way to keep our turnovers down, hit more threes. They made more free throws. They made really, obviously, a lot more twos, but we made 7 more threes. So that's an extra 7 points. That's what we have to do. 11 in a game like this, that's got to be the least number of threes that we can make. We need to make really more than that, but we'll get there. We're getting a little better.
On the making more threes point, is that you get sort of nervous when Buddy starts 0-4 and you're seeing all those shots missed, or do you trust that he
I
and
started
Elijah?
5 last game. What do you do? Shooters just shoot, and they're going to get going. They're going to make shots.
In terms of the inside defense, is Barama's positioning, Marek's positioning, is that where you want it to be?
Yeah, well, they're not strong enough. They were in position every time. When they get it down in there, they can't stop them. The guy outweighs them 100 pounds. Both guys are outweighed by 100 pounds. There's nothing they can do. They're in position. There's nothing they can do down there. The only way we can help is to even go back more, and that's just a dangerous thing to do. If you do that, especially against some teams, you're dead, because they'll just make 12 threes. Then you lose. We can still win this way. But it's going to be a fight every game. That's just the way it is. We'll see you Saturday.